morning, everybody. This is Jean here. I was just going to be doing a short video this morning, not to bore you, of just a few of the tips I have of how I actually photograph my quilts once they're done. It's very difficult to throw a quilt over the back of a chair, or have your husband or your son or your mother hold it up with their arms on a bench, a large quilt. And I found that these clips actually that I've gotten from Home Depot, I don't know, are they heavy duty electrical clips or holding something? They're ever so strong. They're only a few dollars a piece. Come in a couple sizes. I use them a lot. The red rubber's gone. But what I do is I attach them to the top, or the top of the binding of my quilt. They don't hurt because they're only on there for a few minutes. And they actually weight down the top of a quilt so as to be able to hang it over a sofa, or perhaps a porch railing, or perhaps a fence panel. That's my go-to place where I like to photograph my quilts. This is just a little quilt I made for a friend of mine, a little bear quilt. So I will show you actually, if you don't mind, coming through my home carefully, out my sewing room and my family room, into my back garden. What I've done is I made a quilt for my husband years and years and years ago. So this is an old quilt that I've made, but I wanted to show you, just for demonstration purposes, over on my fence panel here, this method. Now nobody's hanging this quilt up. It's hanging by, if you notice, I'll come around here and show you. Can I show you around here? Yeah, there they are. The actual, where are they? Oh yeah, there they are. The actual clips for hanging. They've weighted down the top of my quilt really nicely, so I don't need anybody to hold on to my quilt. Their arms, they get annoyed. Hurry up, Mom. It's ridiculous. I want to go in. And they're hanging neatly. I don't know if you can see this with the sunshine. This is a quilt I made for my husband ages ago, an oriental quilt. And I also like to hang and photograph my quilts in the bright sunshine. It's pretty sunny today, and because it's very difficult sometimes to see the actual quilting, I go to the side. I don't know if you can see on this quilt, on my different actual quilting stitches. I sell my quilts, so I have to take some fairly detailed photographs. I have a nice Nikon camera that I bought, so I try to show the details of my backing. This is a Asian oriental quilt that I put together. I didn't have a pattern, I just had some really fabulous fabrics, geisha girls and beautiful things like that. And my husband, this isn't usually my style, this quilt, but my husband said I would like something like that, so I'm like, oh. So I just put this together. I cut out for this top, like a pagoda, just cut it out and satin stitched with gold. And again, this hanging method of these heavy-duty clips, it allows you to actually show the backing because the clip is holding this really nice and steady. So it can be used on any fence or the back of a sofa. I like to photograph my quilts outdoors in the sunshine. I think it does them the most credit. And I'm fortunate that I have quite a lot of fencing. Well, not that fence, that's too high, but I have fencing around our property. And if you have a porch or a railing or anything like that, even a car, the hood of a car or something, I don't know, or a clothesline, if you have a clothesline to hang those lovely electrical, I think they're called electrical clips or something like that. So anyway, that's my little tip for the day. Okay, everybody, have a lovely one. Bye.